Hello and welcome back to another episode of Achronist. We're going back with the witch and we're trying to get into the house, I guess. That's the plan. I don't want to deal with the bar for now. Well, we'll have to do it eventually, but not right now. So, here we go. Actually, we should also check our quest log, actually. Find a present that Aurelia likes and give it to her at her party. We don't know what that is yet. Trying to think. There's not that much that's like there, right? We can get stuff from Peter. We can get... I don't know. Can't get much else. And then we have... Oh, we don't have all the mind mapping things yet, right? Don't know how we get into the castle though as Witch Anne. And then we have these three. Retrieve the vial, return it to Richard, set your documents on the bed. Yeah, okay. Sure. Let's Edith, yeah, Edith, just leave please. Can climb in through the window now. You examine the window, the ledge is crooked, like it hasn't shut properly. You pry it open, it swings inwards. Indeed it does. Climb through. You haul yourself up. The gap's too small for you to squeeze through. Come on! Well, you know who's smaller than us. This guy. I mean, I guess he is. Windows wide open. Matt climb through. Okay, Matt and easy to climb through and open the door from the inside. Nobody's home? If they were, we would need to break in. Alright. You lift him up and he scrambles through the window. Wow. Matt, are you okay? Matt? You press your ear against the door, you can hear chewing. Matthew Achronist. Alright, I'm coming. The lock kicks open. Finally. Here we go. What did he eat? Is there food there? Pots and bottles on the table. Matt digs his finger into a jar of jam. Sure, let's look for the vial. You and Matt sort through the bottles. Here, this one's blue, and it looks magic-y. Yep, this one looks magic-y to you. Take it. What else was here? I don't remember. Rain for the chickens. Stove. Soot and ash. Inception free, yes. Sure. What else was here? I don't remember. Wine. Oh, that's the window, of course. Nothing in here. Anything in the shelf? No. What was upstairs? Ship's wheel. Oh, the bed, right. Bed looks so comfy. Maybe you should sit down for a minute. It can't hurt. You sprawl out on the bed. Flump. You bounce on it a few times. It is comfy. Bed grows under your weight, and you just like sprinter. Nothing seems to be broken. I'm not even that heavy. Yeah, we need a heavy N for that one. To get to the document on the bed. I guess, right? We can do it here. No. Ah, come on, do that again. No, ignore. Okay, yeah, so we need heavy N to break the bed completely. I guess, since we could skip that R, I guess we've read it R before. Oh, I want the lantern. Why can't I take it? I want it for the dark underground bit. I don't know. Hello! The prisoner lifts his head like it weighs 1,000 tons. His hair is matted and unkempt and his eyes run. His expression does not invite company. What do you want? I'll help you take down Selma. What do you need me to do? To help? Oh, thank you. We can scrub out this evil which is neat to let people know what that miserable baggage really is. I have proof. I need you to get into my house and look for a small blue vial. Where's your house? Right beside the farm. House is locked. Keys been complicated to find a way in. Yes, we've done that. Got it. But not the bottle. This is the bottle. You found it. Now take it to the priest and tell him everything I told you. What's in this bottle? You swirl the bottle around. Foam rises on the surface. Wow, steady on. That's not a plaything. Someone said it would. Well, to be honest, she never said what it would do because I stole it from her when she wasn't looking, but I'm sure it does something heinous. Just trust me. Have I lied to you yet? I guess not. I don't know. Good point. What will the priest do? The priest would never stand for a witch in his parish. He'd set the hag swinging before he could say hangman's jig. Nothing gets past him. It's like a bloodhound. The slightest sniff of the supernatural and the man becomes a crusader. Someone won't be the first witch he's burned, and she won't be the last either. He might even make it worth your while. There might be a little gourd or something in it for you, but I'm sure tearing down another woman is payment enough. You females are all about that anyway, right? Yeah, that's, you know, a very unproblematic statement right there. We're just gonna move on from that. Just move on. Remedial, my old friend. Let's denounce her, yes. I have reason to believe there is a witch in Orderdale. The priest's smile fades. My reckoning has come. A witch? You know it. He turns pale and now he looks older than before. This is a grave accusation, young woman. I wonder if you know how grave. His hands clench and unclench at his sides. He's the witch, but there's also Selminus. It seems no one does. You have not seen the things I've seen. My predecessor in this parish did not understand the dangers of witchcraft or what it can do to a town. It has been up to me to bring more modern thinking to this church. He gets to his feet. He's been standing this entire time. Now he's standing much too close. Do you know what happens when a witch makes her home in a village? Children wither in the cradle, livestock sicken on the farms, then poison the whole village. The honest farmer turns to theft, the wife turns on the husband, and eventually all moral order breaks down. I must confess I have observed the signs already. Have you not noticed the anachronisms? Time is unruly here, Miss Achronist. Things and people slip freely out of their proper temporal realm and into ours. Such things only happen in places where magic is commonplace and welcome. I once believed it was the down to Orderdale's pagan history. But if so, how could it increase so much as it has over the last few weeks? How much magic must be swirling through this town for this to happen so much and so often? But that is not the worst. If the fungus of witchcraft has grown on our town, it's because it was suffered to do so. Ungodliness, impiousness, poor spiritual hygiene, the aggregate of our sin has attracted Satan's pride to our door, and Satan himself is sure to follow. Or maybe Santa, if it's a callback, you know. Good as Orderdalians are, I know life is hard for most of them. When one is needful and struggling, Lucifer can promise all kinds of elevations from poverty. I preach often against trying to rise above one's God-given social class, but desperate people will make any effort to escape this low of privation. They'll do all manners of selfish things and treat others in terrible ways, everything from theft to adultery to conspiracies of murder. Even an innocent maid like yourself may be corrupted by magic. And that could be the case, yes. Do you understand the import of your actions now? You don't just accuse one woman of an evil, you accuse the whole town of allowing that evil, and you accuse the church most of all. His head drops into his hands. Oh, I feel the teeth of fate already. The repentance I shall have to do. He rubs his eyes and draws a deliberate breath. And even if you eradicate the witchcraft, the stain never truly leaves. I fear I know this best of all. I'm becoming overwrought. I need some proof rubber potion. No, I made a vow before the relics. I can never touch that unnatural brew again. Not since... Yeah, the old priest. What happened? Poor Philemon, poor Gutenberg. I will redouble my prayers. But the bench is watching me. I must verify the truth of this child's words. Perhaps it is a false alarm. Perhaps my heavenly Father is merely warning me of the dangers of laxity and not punishing me just quite yet. Are you sure of yourself, child? Do you believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a witch in this village? Yeah, I am. You take the blue vial out of your pockets. You never worked out what this magic was for, but you should cover your ears. After a few seconds, you put the stopper back in. The priest is panting and his eyes are wild. He sags like a defeated man, then his terrified expression fades to one of grim understanding. He straightens up, grabbing a candlestick, which he grips like a sword. You must have a close inquisition, alone. Come, we should do this in a private space. He takes your hand and holds it on the court page. The whole thing reminds you of your court. Do you swear on this holy book that the testimony you submit tonight will be true, on pain of your immortal soul being condemned to fiery torment for all time? I do. Then let the questioning begin. Have you seen or have you reason to believe she has the devil's mark secreted anywhere upon her person? Well, I don't know. Yeah, she looks weird, I suppose. A strange appearance may be a sign of God's disfavor, though not conclusive of guilt. Perhaps there are more reliable signs. Has she shown an aversion to the Holy Crucifix, God's temple, or any of God's servants here on earth? Yeah, she has, she said some disparaging things about when he had to bring her the book very, very early on and stuff. Pretty sure. She doesn't like the church very much. Ha, a sure sign of witchcraft. I bet she speaks heresies and blasphemies as well. What else? Have you seen her perform any acts of unnaturalness with animals? She did kick that goat. She lets that goat wander in and out of her house. It doesn't seem natural to me. She shares her hearth with a goat. Can this be anything but the work of Satan? Quick, child, tell me more. Have you seen her perform any curses or hexes on members of the church-going public? Well, she did. There was that biting pumpkin thing with, who was that? Charity, I guess. Right? Yeah. There's a frog in the village fountain. I'm pretty sure it was a person once. Worse and worse, she informs the innocent. But more importantly, does she know about the door full of pins I have hidden in the cat's basket? Interesting. That's a thought, though. So we shouldn't reply. Right. Has she shown evidence of any occult or supernatural tendencies? Yes. She makes potions with magical properties. She sells them at her house. She corrupts others with her evil. This behavior must be stopped. Anything else? For example, the ability to read the thoughts of others? Say nothing. A witch, can you believe it? A witch in my village, how could this have happened? I've been so vigilant in performance of duty and in prayer. Well, it won't happen for long. He pauses and shakes himself a little. I mean, this is certainly troubling. She will be brought in for some close questioning. I have not had Mistress Achronist in my church for many years, if I had known. I don't think we ever told him who the witch is. Have we mentioned her name at all? Like, how does he know who we're speaking of? Unless he already knew she was a witch and then he wasn't doing his job. Hang my resolutions, I'll need that blue flower after all. Surely the Lord will not misjudge a religious man trying to steady his nerves, and it will help me act with rationality when I pass sentence. If what you say is true, I'm afraid you place yourself in grave danger by leaving the sanctuary of the church. I insist you stay here until Miss Selma can be dealt with. If all is well, this shall be over in just a few hours. I'm sure you'll find a way to pass the time. Pray for Mistress Achronist and for the innocent souls of the village. God be with you, my child. He hurries out the door, locking it behind him. Now we don't need the book. We don't need to close. We can't do anything, right? Is it really closed? It's locked, yeah. We just fast forward, I guess. Told us to pass the time. At long last you hear footsteps outside and the door unlocks. And you've got to see this. Everyone's been looking for you. You're wanted down at the river. Matt sprints out the door again and you follow close behind. How does he know who I am? We never talked to him today. Or did we? No, we did, right. We got him into... Right, he was with us. I forgot. Remedia stands at the foot of the pyre. Selma is tied to the pyre with her hands bound behind her. She struggles and swears and finally manages to bite through her gag. This is bad, but whatever. She bares her teeth. Steam is rising off her cloak, and her dripping hair hangs loose in the breeze. The priest turns around, and the chatter dies. There's cold confidence in his movements, and his face is grim with conviction. A little chill runs through your body. The wind is loud and strong, but the priest's voice rings clearly through the crowd. Mistress Selma Achronist, it is time to face your fate. You stand accused of witchcraft. A member of this flock has testified to your most heinous crimes. Therefore, you have been ducked, weighed, trialed, and tested for witchcraft by every godly means we know. And you have been found guilty. Have you any last words before your punishment begins? All eyes are on Selma. Every one of you has used my services at one time or another. Curses, cures, abortions. There's not one of you who never came knocking at my door. What will any of you do with me gone? But now, because it gets called witchcraft, now we're all too good for Mother Selma's little helpers. Ha! When your babes were sick or your cattle dying, you weren't too good for them then. She rounds on the priest. Why, father? You yourself, you... The priest douses Selma with clear liquid from a flask. It hits her mouth and eyes, and she starts choking. Well, yeah, he's drinking the blue flower potion too. I will not have profanity among my congregation. Does any man or woman here have evidence to spare this woman, or does any man or woman here know of any reason she should be spared? If so, come forth and testify. The crowd buzzes, everyone is looking around to see who will speak. Matt's eyes meet yours. He mouths to you. Should we? I mean, the accuser would be really weird to, like... Let's just... Don't testify. The priest allows several more seconds of silence. Selma's face is firm and grim. Dear daughter, let me ask one final time, will you not repent of your wickedness? Give your soul over to God and renounce witchcraft and the ways of the devil for now and for good? Selma glowers at him and spits. The priest's voice roars out over the wind. If you will not repent, and if no Christian sees fit to spare you, then I condemn your body, in the name of our Heavenly Father, to burn on this pyre, till it returns unto dust, and time in this town is restored unto its natural state. Selma struggles, but her bonds are holding fast. I return your soul unto Lucifer, and his deathless inferno, for our time. He produces 2 heavy stones from his cloak. God's will be done. He smashes them together. The sparks hit the wood, and the wood glows. You smell the smolder. You'll pay for this. I'll find out who did this to me. She tries to stamp the embers out, but it's too late. The priest excites the fire, and the flames rise. You can feel the heat on your face, even from here. You're pretty far away. Selma turns her head. Her gaze finds yours in the crowd, and she locks eyes with you. She glares at you with undisguised, murderous hatred. She's swallowed by the flame, and there's a flash. Selma explodes. Hot blue smoke billows over the crowd, and people around you are choking. Leathery rags fly high into the air and turn into bats, which flap madly into the trees. The flames flash green, then sputter. They shower everyone with foul-smelling bile. Your eyes are stinging too much to see more, but you smell brimstone as Selma's last scream dies in the wind. When the air clears, Selma is gone. There's nothing on the pyre but a belt buckler, still glowing with heat, and a charred pair of hobnail boots. The audience is dumbstruck. Some of them still have their mouths hanging open. Finally, the priest speaks. Let us all go to church. We must pray for the soul of a fallen sister, so it may... He brushes something black from his cheek. In ones and twos, the crowd trickles away towards the church or to their homes. Where's this guy going? He just walked through the fire. Or to nowhere in particular. You squint at a distant river. Is it a couple of shrouded figures crossing the bridge, or is the green firelight still playing tricks on your eyes? The whole town smells of ash. Can we go upstairs now in here? All the plants have been poured up, the roots are trampled into the mud. There's nothing left to the garden but boot prints and pulp. It's been ransacked. All the furniture is gone. There's smashed decay on the floor where the thieves dropped some of the jars and the hole has been ripped into the thatched roof. A beam of white sunlight is heating the wall. That's not good. Pot is cracked, whatever was in here is gone now, except for some burnt on slime at the bottom. There's nothing left inside, the glass window is broken and the doorknob has been snapped off. You crouch to look at the blackened pit where the cauldron used to be. They've even scraped the kindling out of the fireplace. There's a loose floorboard on the work table, that's where the old baggage kept the interesting stuff. Nobody's looked there yet. You met around. There's no one else here except the goat. It eyebrows you, still chewing. The goat walks over to the table and stamps a hoof sharper in the floorboard. It does sound hollow. You're welcome. Thank you. Burp. Don't mention it. But you're down there. Could you look out for a candle? I'm pretty sure that's where she kept it. It returns its attention to the curtains. You kneel down and prise up a moldy floorboard. Sure enough, there's a hollow underneath. There are a few scribbled letters and what looks like an engraving of a love poem. How do I know I can't read? You spot a black candle, but if you strain your eyes, you can also see the glint of glass further back. You push your hand as far as it will go through the dust and dirt. Your fingertips brush something hard. You reach in a little more and manage to pour out a blood-colored bottle. It's full of thick fluid and it smells of aniseed. There's a little wooden stopper on the top, but it's stuck fast. You pour and pour, but try as you might, you can't get it out. But then it gives, it flies out of your grasp, and the liquid flies out with it, sloshing itself all over your hands. You shriek and wipe the fizzing foam from your dress. Now you don't feel well. Your hands are tingling. The room starts to spin and everything tastes yellow and green. That's not good. You lean on the table and take deep breaths until the feeling goes away. Any better? You still look peaky. You struggle upright, the dizziness is fading. That's the last of her magic, I'm afraid. She never kept much of it in the house, but she liked to have a bottle of this sharp on hand, just in case. Not satisfied with the curtains, it starts eating the letters in the hidey hole. It's a useful little spell. It'll certainly open doors for you. Congratulations, you just learned the unlock spell. You no longer need keys to open doors. This permanent skill can be used across any of Anne's timelines. Wow, that's pretty good. Did you see the candle? Still dazed, you grab the candle and hold it up. Much obliged. The goat takes the candle in its mouth and crunches it in one bite. It chews for a moment and swallows it with a gulp. Then the goat starts to glow. She looks with satisfaction at her new human hands, then pats you on the head. Lovely. You better be getting along though. Those thugs from the forest might come back at any minute, and I dread to think what they do to an unarmed little girl so far from down. Billy the goat, sure. As for me, I've got to decide what to do with my life now. I'm not going back to the castle. Do you know how much back pay they owe their servants? I think I'll go eat grass until I have a better idea. She takes another bite of the letter and trots towards the door. Yep, that seems perfectly normal. The shelf is bare except for 6 spiders huddled in a somber circle. They're standing around the severed bat wing. Are they holding some sort of service? You take one step on the staircase and the searing pain shoots through your forehead. Even in death, there was a royal pain. There's a coat rack laden with furs at the top of the steps. Guess the looters couldn't get up there either. Okay. So that's it then, right? Do you have everything? I believe. Wait. Oh, this is just a very long. I thought there was the second passage into the woods there, but no, it's just a pretty long one. So now we can open doors without buying the key or getting the keys for stuff. That's nice. It's good grass here. No magical aftertaste. Sure. The embers are still bright. There are 2 blackened boots and the belt buckle in the ashes. Did they let Richard go now? Use the unlock spell Pave told you about as you go to open the door. Your hands start to tingle. The handle burns to the touch. The lock mechanism clicks. That's pretty nice. That's how we get through the door, like in the bar timeline thing too. Like when we blackmail the guard to step aside and then we can just go in. I assume. Got too close to Alexander there. Didn't mean to. I can unlock doors! Not this one though, I guess. Whatever. Is there anything else we can do now? I mean, this didn't really unlock anything. It just gave us... Well, it unlocked the ability, which is nice, I guess. I don't know if there's anything we can do right now. I wonder if this guy ever serves a purpose. Keep it moving, Missy. It's midnight. Alright. So what do we do now? We could go back. Unlock spell learned, very nice. And everyone can do it, right? Yes. Okay, heavy. Heavy Anne goes in. Want to know what future we haven't unlocked? Get the tarot reading from Selma. We haven't done that yet. We should do that maybe at some point. If we open the door, amazing. Then we lie on the bed and we get the documents and we can even read them because Fat Anne can actually read. Flump. The wood creaks and splinters and your seat gives way underneath you. Oops. Now you're sitting on a heap of sharp wood and torn cloth, being careful not to do any more damage to pull yourself off the bed. You lift the mattress and assess the damage. One of the beams is split in half and fallen through. Something catches your eye below the beams. Is that a stash of documents? Yes, it is. Inspect them. You flick through the pile of papers. Most of them are stained, torn, or faded, but you find some pages that look like blueprints for a house and they seem unscathed. Something catches your eye. There appears to be a closet behind the empty shelf. Is that why it's empty? The shelves are bare and dusty. Move it. You press your back against a set of shelves. We can even do it, yes. You brush the dust off your hands. A safe. It requires a combination. You rattle the handle, but it's shut tight. Use the unlock spell. You put your hand on the safe and your hand glows. The metal heats up. After a few seconds, you try the handle again, but it still won't budge. Useless spell. Yeah. How do we get the combination? We could read his mind, I guess. Maybe? Don't know what else we could do. Oh wait, there's isn't there like a... No, there's no... Yeah. Wait, what's this? This seems a bit high-tech for men with no plumbing. You press the power button, but nothing happens. Weird. Definitely very weird. Take it. Don't know what we do with it, really. Something, I'm sure. You produce a vial from your bag. Richard rattles his stalks and stares desperately. Chin. Man. House. Dancing. Shaking. Shake the vial? His eyes bulge and he shakes his head. He sighs. Sorry, I don't understand. I don't know what this bottle is for. So... what else can we do? Yeah, whatever. I don't know what else we can do right now. Are there any doors we couldn't unlock? Maybe. We can unlock this door. Just get rid of him, I guess. I'm wondering what you should be doing. Oh, I'm heavy. Now I fell in the hole. That's a new one. I haven't done that yet. You pick yourself out of the dirt and look around. You seem to have fallen down a giant pit. It's deeper than you're tall, you try to climb back to the surface, but the earth on the side is too loose to grab onto, you have no idea how to get out. You feel like the walls are closing in, you're trying not to think about the time your half-brother trapped you in a suitcase when you were 5, but the memories are flooding back regardless. You try to breathe normally and not panic. I hope someone finds me soon. You can use the clock to fast forward. I guess I'll have to. Excuse me? Hello there? You look up. The skinny clerk appears on the edge of the pit, grinning. I do apologize, you seem to have fallen into my cunning trap. I dug this hole to catch bandits if caused such trouble looting my library, and I swear they've been much braver since Lord Merrick went to war, or whatever he's doing. You're not a bandit, are you? I knew you weren't. I'm so glad to see you. It's been so long since anyone but the outlaws came near my library. And they aren't friendly at all. It must be fate. You must come back to my library. And oh, where are my manners? I have to help you out of there. He disappears and the church's heavy doors creak. How long does it take? Finally, the clerk reappears carrying a dusty ladder. Here. He throws it into the hole and plants it at your feet. Out you come. When you reach the surface, he grabs you by both hands. They are safe and sound. Oh, I'm so late. He hurries back into the library, hauling the ladder behind him. He's panting as he comes back out. I'd love to stay and talk, but I have a pressing social engagement. The social engagement? Me? I have to leave straight away. Before Amelia finds out I'm not here. Okay. It's okay that I can't do anything about this. All the stuff. I want it. What do we have quest-wise? We need a mind mapping site. We need a present for Aurelia. We need a safe combination. Alright. Let's go back with the bitch. Maybe? Hello. Ask about the safe. Hey, stop snooping. Nosy swine? I heard that. It doesn't tell me the combination, I guess. But then, how do we get the combination? That's probably not a good idea. What else have we left? I don't know. Not that much. Let's ask about the scales. I don't remember how to play is the thing. Do we have gold on us? No. Need to sell the tin foil for one shot at it. I don't remember what we guessed before. 31. Too high. Leave. Okay. I can't read, right? Ah, stupid Selma. We should get a card reading, but we don't have money left. We can't. What else can we do? Let's go in as strong and maybe. No, I have the spell. Why would I do that? I mean, it's fine, but we have the spell. Why would we not just use the spell? What did I want in here? Why did I want to go in here? I forgot what I wanted to do. I wanted to try to take this. I can't though. Okay. Let's maybe see what are the other things we haven't bought yet. What's this? Sprague stick made of strong squishy wood. What was this? A great big pumpkin. As a brick. What do we use the brick for? None of these seem to be good gifts for Aurelia. What was this one again? Sanctuary, yes, right. For the lever, yes. Why can we not do anything with this? That's so weird. Don't understand what we're missing for that one. It's a good cat, yes, I agree. Quest-wise, the safe combination, don't know. The mind mapping, I don't know how we get into the castle with the witch Anne. The gift, I don't have an idea for. Just now. Don't scratch something into this pew. You can't read the writing though. Have you read this before? I don't remember. Do I have money? No, I can't really get any money either. I don't think we've been in here, right? Flower. I mean, there's definitely someone right there looking at me. These are the biggest cabbages you've ever seen. There's a note pinned above the There's a note pinned above vegetable heap. It's a pity you can't read it. Top cabbage roars on the spot. It has no eyes, but you get the impression it's looking at you. Its outer leaves part like curtains, revealing a slavering mouth full of carnivorous-looking teeth. The cabbage growls, drooling hungrily. That's scary. What's the point of this? Do not know. You slam the door and lock it, but the ravening cabbages keep banging at the door. What on earth did that note say? I do not know. It's a good question, though. Are there any other doors we know of? Any other places we haven't been? Well, there's upstairs in here, but I don't think we can get there. Let's intimidate this guy, maybe? Can we do that? We should do that, actually, yeah. I think that's the last thing we'll try. Maybe. No, not this. Blackmail the in guy. Oh, there's a lamp there, right? No, it's not. Let's blackmail him. Your body fist and lean towards the innkeeper. Tell me something interesting, or I'll go to Lord Murder and tell him that this inn is full of gold. You want information? You know me. I love to gossip. You don't have to threaten me. I share it anyway, you know. The priest says the presence of bitches in the village causes a drift from religion, but I say it's the presence of aristocrats. It's hard to believe in a deity who favors the likes of the Barretts and the Wimborns over ordinary folk. A lot of people in the town don't like having them here. Folk are getting restive. Some of them are calling for democracy. Sometimes we get podcasts or TV coverage of future elections through the anachronisms. A lot of them like the idea. They don't want to wait 200 years for it, though. We could get back. We can't just get rid of him, okay. I wonder if there is an upstairs. Come back tomorrow is like, yeah, there's no tomorrow. Doesn't exist. Yeah, unlock spell, go in there, redesign. Meet me here tonight, my precious. Feel free to snack while you wait. I bought these from the bog hag at half their usual price, so have as many as you like. Oh. Should we really wait here until nighttime? I guess we could. See what happens. And then I guess we're gonna end the episode there. The baker is full of bangs and crashes. Will you stop flapping, woman? Make haste and get them then. We can't keep the fine ladies waiting. The cupboard doors swing open. What? It's slammed shut again. Oh, what's the trouble now? Otis whispers through the door. Mary, I told you to wait for me at the tavern. Otis? A key scrapes in the lock. Oh, I just remembered. They're already at the castle. You old fool. The sound of footsteps fades away, then the door shuts. Then silence. Should we leave? Looks like I got here too late. Well, no, not really. Is he coming back? Nope. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we made some things happen. Not really towards any like new unlocked endings or anything. We got an achievement, I believe, for burning Selma. Yeah, we did. Don't really know what else we can do, honestly. One last thing. I guess. Let's go to the tavern and just wait for Otis there. Does that make any sense to do that? I don't think it does. That might have been him. Run along, wench. Doesn't want to talk to us, Pete. Oh, I guess it was Pete. No, alright, I don't know. Don't know what the point of that cabbage thing is then. Doesn't really make sense right now. But that's it for today. We didn't crash at all. Isn't that great? And with that, there's nothing left for me to do but to tell you goodbye.